This is the Roulette Master, and if you want to join a community of people that love to play roulette and get better at it every single day of the week, then go ahead and hit the red subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content that releases every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And for those of you that joined the TRM fan club this week, I hope you really are enjoying the quick responses to your questions and comments, and the badge and custom emojis as well. I really appreciate everyone's support. Again, you can sign up for that by clicking on the link in the description, or you can also sign up by clicking on the link on the community page now. So take advantage of that if you can, and I really appreciate everyone's support. So let's go ahead and get started with today's video now. And this was sent in by one of my really good subscribers, Randall Pratt, who's sent in some really good stuff before. And he said he's been testing this on simulators, and it's unbelievable how well it's doing, and I can't wait to share it with you today. So let's go ahead and just get started and jump right into it. So we're going to start with $10 on first and second 12. And I'll share with you all these rules as we go through. Make sure you stay in for the whole video because there's a lot of things that change later on depending on where we're at, and restart levels and lots of other things. But we're going to increase by 1 unit to start with after every win. So right now we're up $10. Now we have $20 on first and second, and that's another win. So Nick can see now we're up $30. So we'll increase to 30, going up one $10 unit after every win. After losses, we are going to stay the same. But let's see what we get here. We won there at 30. We're up $60. So now we're going to go to 40. And I'll show you when to reset here pretty soon, as well as share with you the bankroll and all that great stuff. There's a loss. Okay, so you need to remember that we were at 40 each. If you look on here, you can see we lost 80, so we were at 40 each. We're going to sit out until we don't hit a third 12 or 0. And we did hit a third 12, so you see how that saved us? Even if we got 10 or 15 in a row, oh, I'm sorry, we're going to spin without betting again. Even if we had 10 or 15 in a row of third 12, it wouldn't cost us a thing with this this way of playing. See, that just saved us again. We didn't lose on 00, and we didn't lose on 31, and basically all of this is saving us lots of money. So now it's time to bet again because we didn't hit a third 12 or 0. And that's just one little part of this. The progression is the most important thing, but also the reset level and the bankroll, which I'll share with you here soon. So now we're at 40 each because we didn't go up after a loss. We stay the same. There's another loss, so we'll spin without betting, and then we'll check our balance here. And if we don't hit third 12 or 0, we'll restart. Okay, so now we're at 40 again. Again, that's because we don't increase the bet after losses. We're minus 100 right now, but we'll get that back with the progression, and I'll show you how all that works. And 15 black. Now we'll go to 50, because again, we're going to go up a unit after we get wins. We're minus 60 right now, and we have a $50 bet on first and second. There's a loss, so it's testing us. That's okay. And we're going to spin without betting again. But remember, we are at $50 each. And now we can bet again because we didn't hit third 12 or 0. I'm glad it's really testing us, and we're getting down a little early so I can show you how well this system works. And here we go. It's another loss, though. Wow. Okay. So we lost at 50 again, and you can see that's because we went third 12 and then first 12, then third 12 again. So we're down 260 now, but hang in there. And before we spin, we need to check and make sure what we bet last, which was 50 each. Now let's spin without betting. That saved us again. See how that's saving us? So we could have 10 or 15 in a row zeros or third 12s, and it saved us again there. So this has been a disastrous start, but guess what? It could be a lot worse because we've saved a lot by playing it this way. Now let's go ahead and get restarted, and we're still on 50. So let's go ahead and spin, and let's turn things around here. Let's see what we get here. That's a 9 red. That's a win. So now we're going to go to 60. Let's see how much we're down. Minus 210. And but I always like when you guys see what happens when really bad numbers hit, because you know, you want to see both sides of every system. And we're going to come back from this. I just know it. I can feel it. Now we're going to go up a unit. We're minus 150, but we're going to go up a unit on wins. And here we go. There's a loss, though. That's a third 12. So we need to remember we were at 70 each. We're going to spin without betting now. And it's time to bet again. So 70 each. That's because it stays the same when you lose. It doesn't go up. And let's turn this thing around. Man, that's another loss. Third 12. Ouch. Okay, so remember we're at 70. Let's spin again until we don't hit third 12 or 0. We're going to come back, though. Okay, it's time to go again. So 70 and 70. Let's go ahead and spin. And we've got about the worst possible numbers we could get up to this point. So I'm feeling like we're going to turn this thing around now. So let's see how much we're down. We're down 360. And again, I'm going to share with you here real soon how to completely recover, but also when to restart and all that great stuff. So we were at 70 each and 1, so now we're at 80. And again, we're just increasing by 1 after wins and staying the same on losses. There's a win. Okay, now we're going to go to 90. Back one of those up. Okay, there we go. 90. So 90 and 90. And with systems like this, it's all about just cashing up when you're having good times and getting through the bad times. So there's another really bad one. And remember, we're at 90 each. And now we're down 460, but I think we can beat this. So let's go ahead and spin again. But remember, always check and make sure you remember where you were at, which was 90 apiece. And let's spin. 13 black, so we can spin again. Let's put our $90 bets down. And remember, if you want to do this with dollars, you can do that as well. Just start with dollar units instead of $10 units. And that's, I mean, it can be used with any size bankroll. So, and I'll cover what those bankrolls are here shortly. We won at 90, so now we're going to 100. And we're minus 370. But I think we'll get it going here pretty soon. Let's see what we get. It's a 24 black. Okay, we wanted 100. Now we're going to go to 110. And let's spin, and then we'll check our balance again. See where we're at. We won again. We're finally getting a few wins after all of those losses. My goodness. So we're minus 160. Now we're going to 120. And here we go. Oh, ouch. Third 12. That's okay. So remember, we're at 120. Let's spin. And make sure we don't hit a third 12 or 0. So we're good to start again. Let's go back to 120. And 120. Again, really glad you guys could see what happens when you really get tested like this. And let's see that we can come back from it. My goodness, double 0. So we're still on 120. We're down a lot now. But hang in there. And let's spin without betting. Okay, that's 27 red. That saved us. Let's spin again. Okay, it's time to bet again. Back at 120. All right. We're going to come back. There we go. Okay, we got to win at 120. Now we're going to go to 130. Minus 520. Again, Randall says this is really done well with all of the testing. So I think we're just getting really bad numbers today. But I'm not cashing in. I'm gonna come back from this. Okay, we won at 130. Now we're going to 140, and we're minus 390 right now. Here we go. So 140 bets. Man, third 12 again. All right, 140. We're staying at 140. Okay, we're ready to bet again. And let's put those 140s down. And eventually you're going to get a string of wins when you're playing 2 12s. It just hasn't happened for us yet. We're just getting really bad numbers, but let's turn this thing around. Okay, now we're going to 150 because we won. So let's put that down and let's spin. So Randall recommends a $2,000 bankroll with $10 units. So that would be a $200 bankroll with dollar units. And that's so that you can get through the rough times. And we're going to go from 150 to 160 now because we won. And let's spin. Takes patience and a not big bankroll like a lot of these systems do. So hopefully things are going to go our way now. We're up 160, so we're going to increase to 170. Here we go. And I still need to share with you what the reset points are, so hang in there for that as well. Ouch. 30 red. Okay, so that's 170. We're still at 170. Let's spin without betting. And see, that saved us there. By playing this way, we didn't lose again. So we'll spin again, make sure we don't hit third 12 or 0. Okay, it's time to bet again, so we're back to 170. Come on, it's got to go our way soon. But you know what? The bankroll, we have not lost the bankroll. So as long as you have patience in a bankroll and you have the time, you can come back. And that's what I hope we're going to do here. I think we'll pull it off. So there's a win at 170. Now we'll go to 180. And again, if this scares you, you can just use dollar units. And, never play with money that you can't afford to lose. Always just play, play with what you can play with. So we got a win there at 180. So that means we're going to go to 190. And I can see this turning around now. All right, here we go. See if we can get a win. Oh, man. Another third 12. Okay. So that was 190. We're going to stay at 190. So we're just going to spin until we don't hit third 12 or 0. We got to go on a run eventually. You see, there's another one that saved us. So that's why it's so important to sit out if you hit third 12 or 0 so that you don't lose on long strings. If we had 15 in a row, third 12s or 0s, we wouldn't lose on any of those except the original bet. And it's time to put the 190 back down again. Need to back one of those up. All right, here we go. Okay, that's a win. So now we're going to 200. Again, up 1 unit when we win. And it seems like we're down a lot, but I tell you what, just a couple wins at 200, and we'll be back in business here. Let's see if we can pull it off. Still well within our bankroll. Got the win. Okay, so we'll be at 210 now. $210 on each. right. So if we could get a win here, we'd be back in profit. And then I'll share with you when to restart. And there's another win. So we're not quite to that restart level yet. We're only up $10. So after that win, we'll go from, you can see 210 to 220. All right, let's see if we can get a win. Here we go. All right, we got it. So now we're going to reset. Anytime you win $100 or more, we're up $230 now, then you go back to the original $10 bet. So let's do that. And usually it goes a lot smoother than this, guys. A lot of times you get up 100 fairly quickly. We went the opposite way, but let's go ahead and remember we increase after wins. Now it's important to remember that we were up 230, so now we need to get up 330 before we go back down. So very important there. Remember that 330, and then we're going to increase by 1 unit after every win. So we'll be at 30 each now. Get back one of those and get the bets right. So 30 each, and remember the 330 number. We lost there, so we'll stay at 30 each, but remember that 330. We're going to spin without betting. Okay, so it's time to bet again. Those are 30. I hit the button too fast there. Okay, 30 each. And spent. And that's another loss. So that means we stay at 30, and then you just spend until you don't hit third 12 or 0 again. We're starting to go into a little losing streak here, but guess what? That just saved us again. Well, again, we could hit 10 or 15 third 12s and zeros mixed together, and we wouldn't lose any of those. So let's go ahead. And remember, we're still at 30 each. And let's spin. Once you don't hit a third 12 or 0, you can restart. But there's another third 12. So another thing to remember is if you get up a good amount that you're happy with, always cash out. That's just all these systems are that way. If you're happy with what you're up, go ahead and cash out. So always remember that. Here we go again. 30. Okay, we got a win. So now we'll go to 40. And then just remember that you need to get $100 more before you restart. So now we'll go to 40, and then just keep increasing by 1 when you win. Stay the same when you lose. Now we're going to hopefully get on a roll again. So then we'll go from 40 to 50. And then we'll check our balance here, see where we're at. 00, ouch. So that's the same as third 12. You sit out and you make sure you don't hit a third 12 or 0. And see, that saved us again. Fantastic. Okay, there we go. Then you just start back up at 50 again. All right, and then just start increasing by 1 after wins again. There's another loss, though. So this is starting to go south again the other way. But and you can see what that did with our winnings. So let's go ahead and spin again without betting. But we can build it right back up. We've just had really poor spins so far today. But we came back. And a lot of times you don't have to do that comeback. So let's go back to 50. And let's see what we get here. Man, oh my goodness. We might be having, this might not be our day, but let's go ahead and spin again. But I always believe I can come back as long as I have bankroll and patience. That's a 3 red. So we'll do 50 again. Again, that's because we don't increase after losses. Okay, we got a win, so then we'll go to 60. Okay, there's a win. And then you just start stringing some wins together again. I mean, you will get wins strung together if you have enough bankroll and patience. It eventually will go your way, but there's another win. You just have to wait for it, and you can't run out of money in the meantime. That's the whole key. And again, though, if the numbers are too high, just start with smaller amounts. You know, don't risk money that you can't afford to lose. So, oh, there we go again with another loss. So, again, then you just sit out, and then the next bet will still be at 80 each. So, now it's time to bet again. And again, it usually goes much smoother than this. This is a good system. We've just had pretty poor luck so far today, but there's a win. And then you just go from 80 to 90. Then we'll check our balance and let's see how we're doing. Okay, there's a win at 90, and then be up at 100. Then if we get this one, we'll be up good again. But and see, there we got it. Then you just go to 110 because you know we're not up what we were supposed to be. But then that's another thing to think about. If you have a really bad run and you get up a good amount, even if it's not what you're supposed to, then you can always just go ahead and restart. So there's a win at 110. So we're up 240. You could easily restart right there. You wouldn't have to get up to 330. But I hope you've enjoyed today's video. This was a really good system sent in by Randall Pratt. We just got really tested today, and I hope that you could see that with that $2,000 bankroll on $10 units or $200 on $1 units, that if you have patience and a big bankroll, you can come back from about anything, but you have to have both of those things, and that's the key. I really enjoy all the systems everyone's sending in. They're fantastic. Keep it up. If you haven't joined the TRM fan club, you can sign up for that for 99 cents a month by clicking on the link in the description or clicking on the link in the community page. And I hope you're also taking some of the polls on that community page. That's a lot of fun to learn more about everyone every day of the week. And there's a playlist, top 5, that just came out you can check out as well. And one of them will be coming up here in a second you can click on. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.